Dear students, welcome you all to session 5 video of chapter Working Capital Management, Financial Management of 6th semester BCom of Mangalore University. In this session, let us understand the operating cycle method which is used to estimate the working capital requirements. The working capital requirements can be estimated using different methods. So the first method used is the percentage of sales method, the second method is operating cycle method, and the third method is the components of working capital method. So in this session, let us understand the second method, that is operating cycle method. We know that the operating cycle is the time duration required to convert the cash into raw materials into work in progress into finished goods into sales and debtors, and finally debtors into cash. Now, using the gross operating cycle and the net operating cycles, we will be able to estimate the working capital requirements. Now, the gross operating cycle is equal to raw material conversion period plus work in progress conversion period plus finished goods conversion period plus debtors conversion period. So, it is the sum of raw material conversion period, work in progress conversion period, finished goods conversion period, and the debtors conversion period. So, it is actually inventory conversion period plus the debtors conversion period. Now, how do you find the raw material conversion period? Raw material conversion period is equal to raw material inventory divided by raw material consumed per day. Raw material inventory divided by the raw material consumed per day. Raw material inventory means the stock of raw materials divided by the raw material consumed per day. Now, work in progress conversion period, how can be found out? By average stock of work in progress divided by the cost of production per day. Finished goods conversion period is equal to average stock of finished goods divided by the cost of goods sold per day. The debtors conversion period is equal to average debtors divided by the average credit sales per day. Now, all these items, the sum of all these items will give us the gross operating cycle. Now, after finding the gross operating cycle, we have to calculate the net operating cycle. So, for that we require the creditors conversion period. So, creditors conversion period is equal to average creditors divided by credit purchases per day. Now, the net operating cycle is equal to gross operating cycle minus the creditors conversion period. Now, using this information of the net operating cycle, now we can find out the number of net operating cycle. The number of net operating cycle is equal to number of days in a year divided by the net operating cycle. So, in a year we have 365 days. So, for sometimes for ease of calculation, we take it as 360 days. Now, the working capital can be found out cost of sales divided by number of net operating cycle in a year. So, the first step involved is to determine the gross operating cycle. After finding the gross operating cycle, we have to find the net operating cycle. Then we have to find out the number of net operating cycle in a year, and afterwards we have to find the working capital required. Now, this can be illustrated better with the help of a problem. So, the problem is this way. A firm requires 40 days, 30 days and 50 days for raw material conversion period, work in progress conversion period, and finished goods conversion period. 30 days are needed to realize accounts receivable. However, firm gets credit on purchases from suppliers for 60 days. Calculate the gross operating cycle and the net operating cycle. If the cost of sales is 12,60,000, estimate the working capital requirement. Assume 1 year is equal to 360 days. Here, information is given regarding the raw material conversion period. Raw material conversion period is 40 days. Work in progress conversion period is 30 days. Finished goods conversion period is 50 days. Then we require information about debtors conversion period. So, you can read here accounts, the 30 days are required for realizing the accounts receivable. So, the debtors conversion period, that is the time it takes to convert the debtors into cash. It means 30 days. 30 days are needed to realize the accounts receivable. So what does it mean? The debtors will be converted into cash within 30 days. However, the firm gets credit on purchases from suppliers for 60 days, which means the creditors conversion period is 60 days. So first what we'll have to do is we'll have to calculate the gross operating cycle. Gross operating cycle is equal to raw material conversion period, work in progress conversion period, finished goods conversion period plus debtors conversion period. So 40 days plus 30 days plus 50 days plus 30 days, which is equal to 150 days. Net operating cycle is equal to gross operating cycle minus creditors conversion period. 150 days minus 60 days, which is equal to 90 days. Now, after finding out the net operating cycle, we have to find the number of operating cycle, net operating cycle. Number of net operating cycle is equal to number of days in a year divided by net operating cycle. In a year, how many times our cash gets converted back into cash? That is the meaning of number of net operating cycle. In a year, we take the number of days as 360 divided by 90, that is equal to 4. That is 4 times our cash gets converted back into cash. So 90 days are required for one conversion. So again another 90 days, again 90 days and again 90 days. So it becomes 360 days, isn't it? So 360 divided by 90, which is equal to 4. Now working capital requirements can be found out using that. The working capital requirements is equal to cost of sales divided by number of net operating cycle in a year. So the cost of sales is 12,60,000. 12,60,000 divided by 4, which is equal to 3,15,000. So the working capital requirements for the next year or estimated working capital is equal to 3,15,000. So how do you find out? First we find out the gross operating cycle, then we find out the net operating cycle, then we find out the number of net operating cycle in a year, and then the working capital requirements based on the number of net operating cycle in a year. So here in this case it is 12,60,000 divided by 4, which is equal to 3,15,000. Students, if you have any doubts, you can always ask me. Thank you.